Blame it on America. I'm pulling off the lot, I bought the cash. Her future bright, don't give nobody bad. Be looking good inside the but I noticed that she missing all the edges. I run the game just by running with the
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Saints going up against the Colts. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You've got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Anthony Walker, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
Well, that's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward, bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
The play clock's running down. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Time running out here on the play clock. Just beating the play clock is Love. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Alex Okafor in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake, and it's Love. He's going to fire one deep middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change or at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A gain of 6 there on first. Time with Mark Ingram. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Andrew Luck and company heading back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Play action. It's Luck. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Luck connecting with Moncrief for the Indianapolis first. Off of play action. Luck. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Alex Okafor in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They'll fake it. Now Luck. And Davis has it over the middle. That one goes for 24 yards. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, Luck. Flush to his right. And he's got some space here. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Luck on first down. His throw incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. Back to throw, Love. Escaping the pressure right. And some space here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Luck. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
First and goal from the 5. Now they send a man in motion right. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Here's Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
Do you think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Back to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. He's got a man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. play action. They'll throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, put it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. Early lead in that one for the Packers. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Second and 10, Luck again. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Doyle. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And now a first down following that long gain. Again, Luck. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 19. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
They need to block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The tackle made there by Jared Davis. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Anthony Walker in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he sheds himself free. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints are back within a score. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. We don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And the Colts getting ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. That's Doyle. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he fires one incomplete. These 5th-rounders, and to use him as an example, maybe you take a little bit of a flyer on someone, hope you hit goal.
Exactly, because when you get into the 5th round, you're usually not counting on him to become a starter right away. But we've seen so many times 5th, 6th, 7th, undrafted free agents who come in and make their way, and in a big way.
Really, it's a solid draft class from a year ago. They were able to address some key weak spots on their team and fill in some holes.
And they were able to identify the players they wanted early in the process. Got a little bit of luck as some guys may have fallen to them. But for the most part, knew their philosophy and stuck to it.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A very solid gain of 27. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him.
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Anthony Walker in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times, it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Davis. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Luck throwing again. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now a 1st down throw. Luck. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So not only is that his his third touchdown catch of the game. He's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The gun. They'll look to throw. And he's got it over the middle. Fleener. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got that to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they?
And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ryan Grant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints get a bit closer. Extra point try now for Succop. And this one's back to an 8-point game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Give him 30 yards there. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 1st and 10, Luck. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Derek Rivers leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one.
Going to be a busy man at intermission. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Here's Luck now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing on third down, Luck. And Davis with it left side. So the offense has it 1st and 10. To the air again, Luck. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On second down, here's Luck. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now Luck. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
On third down, Mark Ingram. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Now, you folks don't know what you're missing. You're missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. And meanwhile, checking in on action down in Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Andrew Luck now, he gears up to lead this offense again. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half. Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you... You just said, throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Throwing is long. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Derek Rivers in the second sack now of the afternoon. The Colts send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Anthony Walker in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A nice gain of 21 yards. On first down, Luck. Looking left side, and it's complete. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, it's Luck. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing again is Luck. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Luck on first down. Flushed out right. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good pickup of 6 there on first down. To throw on second down is Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dante Moncrief, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He'll drop to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Yeah, here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. But look at Dante Moncrief. He and the offense getting ready to go again here. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with the touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off. So you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The Colts on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a play fake, and it's Luck. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks and runs. He's able to pick up the first down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and, yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4.8 40.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it has helped his legs along the way as well.
Out of the gun, Luck. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Pass interference. Defense.
Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
A shotgun snap for Luck. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 6 there on first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Here's Luck. And this is Moncrief for the catch. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. It's complete. Fleener, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage. And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Ingram again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
He'll look to throw. Room here to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jarrad Davis, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Past the 20. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Third and goal, option right. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Long. Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. this time to the tailback. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now it's Locke. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now a first down throw. Locke. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Alex Okafor getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. From the 50, it's Locke. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Throwing on third down, Locke. And he's got Moncrief. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Back to throw, Love. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now Love. It's caught by Moncrief. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On third down, that's Mack. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it. The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. To throw is Locke. This will be caught at about the 6. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. To the air again, Locke. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last drive, It was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the tight end has it. It's Fleener. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They go screen. This is Ingram. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Walker in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Luck now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
On 1st and 10, Locke. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Here's Luck now on second down. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Dante Moncrief with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the tight end has it, Fleener. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. And really pouring it on now are the Cowboys. A win would be their first of the young season. Luck on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And complete to Moncrief over the middle. On 1st down, Locke. Moncrief brings it in. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 41-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Throwing is Locke. Looking right sideline, that's complete. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Luck gonna throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Alex Okafor. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
He'll look to throw. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ryan Grant with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints get a bit closer.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home, all right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Here's Locke. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game. They've worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Throwing now, Luck. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Charles.